Join me for a super easy ab series. Lie down on your back, feet flat on the floor. Reach arms back over your head. Feel your shoulder blades flat on the mat. And then exhale, feel your rib cage gently close as you press your hands down. You're gonna inhale again. Reach the arms back over your head. And then exhale, press the hands down by the hips. Start to notice as you do this how your rib cage wants to move with your shoulders. And can you relax the muscles around the shoulder joint, around the neck, so that the arms work independently of the rib cage. Inhale to reach the arms back, stretch the sides of the body. Exhale to slowly contract the abdominals and bring the arms down. You can do this with as much resistance or not as you want. Pilates is a lot about creating your body's own resistance or working with your body's own resistance. So think about being underwater and pushing through water as you press your hands down. Start to feel the muscles around your rib cage and armpits turn on. Inhale, arms go back. Exhale, hands press down, just kind of opening up the shoulders, the upper back, the wrists, and the sides of the body. And again. From here, you're going to plug the shoulder blades in their sockets, take your legs to tabletop. Inhale, rock your knees to the right, and exhale, rock your knees to the left. You're trying to keep the back of both shoulder blades on the mat, thinking of imprinting almost like angel wings on the mat. Inhale as you twist to the left, exhale to knit the rib cage close and go to the right. Inhale and exhale. Just gently massaging out the low back, but starting to work into the abdominals and the obliques, and then feeling the muscles around the rib cage all up through the arms stabilize you. Keep breathing, inhaling and exhaling. Rocking back and forth on that pelvis. Try to keep the knees glued together and don't let one knee get longer than the other. Next thing, inhale, tap your right toes down. Exhale to bring it up. You're trying to keep your legs at relatively a 90-degree angle. If you have tight hip flexors, you can do what I'm doing and bring your knees slightly closer to your pelvis. Once again, feeling the rib cage nice and heavy and your neck nice and long. If you have problems with your neck, you can always put a rolled up towel or small pillow underneath your neck. You just don't want it to be too high. Inhale to lower the leg. Exhale, soften the muscles around the hip. Try to drag the leg up to tabletop with your low abdominals. Keep going here. And you're going to add the arms. So opposite arm, right arm back, left arm down, and squeeze. Imagine there's an X across your torso and you're keeping those muscles in the X really tight and strong without gripping. Inhale to lower the arm and leg. Exhale to bring it up. Alternating sides and trying not to let the spine move. Inhale, lower, exhale, lift. Inhale and exhale, just noticing when your back wants to arch. If it does, you don't have to take your leg as low. If you want more challenge, you can straighten your leg out over the mat instead of lowering the leg down. For our next thing, you're gonna press your feet down onto the floor. Lift your hips up toward the ceiling, reach arms back over your head, and then press your hands down to your hips. This is really similar to our first exercise here. We're just adding the pelvis lifting, trying to stretch and lengthen the vertebra, especially the vertebra. Those are the bones in the spine in between the shoulder blades. Each time you lift up, try to press your knees forward a little bit more. And each time you roll down, try to lay your spine down a little bit more lengthened so your hips get closer to your heels. Let's go ahead and exhale to lift the hips. Inhale to reach back. Exhale to stretch the spine down. Inhale to lower. Good. Exhale to lift the hips. Inhale to reach back. Keep the rib cage closed. Exhale to roll down. And inhale to lower. Good. Once again, bridge your hips up. Reach the arms back. Keep the ribcage closed and the low back long. Roll down. And then hands press down. Keep going here. We're just massaging out the spine. These rhythmic actions help to balance any imbalances in the spine and pelvis. Good. And feeling the feet flat on the floor. Bridge the hips up. Reach the hips forward as you roll down. And press the hands down. Good. Keep going like this. And roll down. Good. All right, hug your knees into your chest, elbows wide. We're gonna take rolling like a ball. Squeeze your knees in towards your chest. Keep the curve of your spine. Think you're making a ball here. So don't let your head throw back and keep the C curve of the spine. You don't have to worry about lifting your head and neck, but I do like to send the elbows out to the sides and press the shoulders down. If you can imagine, you have little water floaties on your arms and you have dimples in the tops of your shoulders. That will help you keep your shoulders down and away from your ears. Once again, this movement is rhythmic and it's massaging out the spine. So going gentle on it. If you have tailbone issues, you may want to skip this one. Laying down on your back, you're gonna hug your right knee into your chest, extend the left leg long, and then switch. If you have neck or shoulder issues, you're welcome to put your head down during this. You will have the same type of ab work here. All right, continuing on. Switching legs. Hands behind your head. Go ahead and place your feet down on the floor. Good. Inhale, let your head down. And then exhale, curl the upper body up. Feel the ribcage knit together. Try to get the shoulder blades off the mat without jamming your chin into your chest. You want to think of a continuous curve of your spine as you curl up and then articulating the spine down. Keep going here, exhaling as you curve up. Inhale as you come down. And again, exhale. Just think of keeping the pelvis really nice and stable and steady. Try not to grip in your pelvis or in your hips as you curl up. Exhale to curl, closing the ribcage. Inhale, release. And again, you'll notice I have my elbows ever so slightly forward. It's a personal preference, but I like to have a little forward of the elbows. You're gonna curl up and hold. Take your legs to tabletop, extend one leg out and then the other. Once again, remembering that we have that X over our torso and we're trying not to let the spine move as we move the legs in opposition. Squeezing the low abdominals in, closing the rib cage, extending through the toes. Try not to crunch the toes, let them be long. It's really interesting how the energy going through the toes really affects the pelvis. It's a small detail, but give it a try. Inhale out. Exhale, soften the hip flexor to bring it in. You can also do this one with your head down if your neck's starting to bug you. And then lay down. Good. We're just gonna roll on your spine a little bit. Hug your knees into your chest. Then take your legs to tabletop. Reach your arms back over your head. Curl your head, neck, and shoulders up. Arms go out to the sides. Curl the head, neck, and shoulders up. You can also do this with the head down. You don't have to curl up at the end. Remember what we talked about at the beginning where you're creating resistance within your own body. So if you don't feel like you can curl up as high, maybe play with that feeling of being underwater and really using the muscles in your arms to press your hands down to your hips. And if you're curling up, definitely do the same thing. Curl the upper body up, press the muscles down to the hips. And again, engaging the muscles along the sides of the body, the armpits, the triceps, the lats. Exhale to curl up. Inhale to come down. And again, exhale, curl up. Inhale, come down. If your hip flexors start bugging you, you can go heels together, knees apart. All right, hug your knees in towards your chest for me. Lay your head down. And let's just circle the knees a little bit, massaging out the back. You can circle clockwise, counterclockwise, or knees away from you. You just want to feel the shoulder blades flat on the back. Try to feel feel the muscles around the hips softening, and reverse your circle if you haven't done so already. Try to really feel like the muscles in the low abdomen are pulling away from the thighs. Just a few more circles here. Try to relax the shoulders and the neck. And that is your easy ab exercises for today.